So, like the Ashtavaidyas, although the Ashta doesn't have any similarity, Ashtamangala Prashnam is a very specific Kerala style of investigating into the horoscope. And it has many layers. That is, first, this Prashnamargam is like the Bible of this Ashtamangala procedure. But there are other Prashna Padavi, Prashna Riti, many other texts are there. But in Kerala, the Prashnamargam has become the authority on this. This text was written by somebody in North Malabar, in a place called Perinjellur, near Taliparamba, Kannur area. So this text spread all over like certain other Ayurvedic texts, and already there was an existing tradition of divination. I would use that word in a very positive sense, of knowing what is the problem, analyzing health issues through astrology. And a very sophisticated Sanskrit text gave form to all those practices, and it adapted the Kerala context into astrology. So when somebody has a problem, largely to do with health and health issues, a person would go to an astrologer's house and say that is, if the person is incapable of, the person who is unwell, incapable of going there, he would have a Prichagan, somebody who goes and asks the astrologer to look into, do a prashna. So he may do a very summary ritual at the house, or look at the horoscope and say, oh, I can give you these answers, but probably there seems to be, in case there is, in the best of conditions, he would be honest and say, I can give you the answer now, or give the remedy. In other cases, there seems to be something more serious, and a prashnam, which is more elaborate, an Ashtamangala Prashnam, is necessary. So that's one way that begins. So the astrologer would go to the house of the patient, or even the house where there's some problem, and do a very elaborate ritual. But then in some cases, people would just come and say, our family is undergoing a problem, we want you to come and do a prashna. That's all. So the astrologer will go, but normally there will be 2-3 astrologers who will come together. It's like a court, and there would be the local astrologer who will sit in as well, as a kind of person who knows the family. And 1 day or 3-day procedure can happen, where at the start a tantric ritual is done and the planets are empowered in a mandala. And in that place, in the place of the ritual, 8 auspicious objects, these are the Ashtamangala, are kept there. There are a number of things, mirrors and certain fruits or flowers, and anyway, whatever it is, are offered. And a child who doesn't know anything about the zodiac is asked to place a gold coin in one of the signs, and then from there onwards, analysis of the position of the planets, also relying on the horoscopes of the members of the family, will be analyzed over a period, and certain conclusions will be made, which are to do with probably historical, genealogical problems in the family. There may be things to do with the family's link with temples or their divinities. There may be also to do with the snake worship, Pambankava, or even just simple things that they cut a tree which was very important historically in that family or in that compound where the people are living. So it basically is trying to solve a collective problem. But in this Ashtamangala Prashnam, this is called Kudumba Prashnam, that is a family. But you can have a Raja Prashnam for a king. But then there is a Deva Prashnam. So Deva Prashnam is when the temple is undergoing a transformation, or people are wanting to renew the temple structure, or they find that there's something wrong with the temple and the kind of influence the temple has, that it's lost its, what they call Chaitanya, its spiritual power. Ashtamangala Prashnam, which is called a Deva Prashnam, is conducted in a temple. So that's a very specific thing, but it became very popular and became high profile in recent few decades. But otherwise it was a local event where local people got together and they listened to what they had to say, and what kind of parihara, what kind of propitiation would help bring back the power of the temple. And if, for instance, new divinities or idols have to be put in the temple, what kind of work should be done, who should do it. So it's an investigation into the renewal and the revitalization of a temple. But the family is the human element in the family is the first stage of Ashtamangalam.